Hey guys, welcome back to Glam Finds, and I'm here with another fragrance review, and this one is a fragrance that I have said really good things about on Instagram. Let's go ahead and talk about it. It's from the house of Lattafa. It's Lattafa Original Lattafa Al Ameed. First of all, this is a real nice heavy bottle. It's not too quirky. I think it's kind of cool. It has these little elevated things on the sides. I don't know. I think the bottle's pretty nice, pretty hefty cap, but I don't like to talk about the presentation too much, but I do like this one. I feel like it's a pretty solid presentation. And I mean really solid. That's a pretty heavy bottle. Okay, now let's talk about the notes that are in this fragrance, and then we'll talk about what you're gonna smell. So you got in the top, mandarin orange and clary sage, heart notes, pepper and pineapple, base notes, leather and musk. Now, the first time I smelled this, I hadn't seen the notes. I smelled leather, and I've been on a no leather thing for a little while now. Now, it doesn't mean I don't like leather. It's just, if it's very pronounced, I don't really want to wear it. Like, I sold my La Yucawam. I haven't been really wearing anything in the vein of ombre leather, but I'll wear things with leather in them and suede and that stuff and enjoy it as long as it's not too prominent. So I will tell you this, you'll smell it right off the bat, but the way that this is blended and how smooth the leather note is in here, if you're not into leather, this is not off-putting at all. So it's this blend of a little bit of sweetness, some freshness, and leather. Because of the notes, I want to say this is not a clone of Aventus at all. I have my Aventus decant somewhere around here, and I smelled Mont Blanc and Explorer a few times just to make sure that there's not really anything that brings these two together. And I'm going to go ahead and say the only thing that they have in common is that they have loads of versatility. Yeah. They both smell good. They just smell different. Now, I will also say this. Al Ameed it's got some sweetness, but I wouldn't call it a sweet fragrance. So if you're looking for something sweet, this really isn't. I think that smooth leather note, while not abrasive, is a little bit more front and center. But again, I feel like the way that it's blended with the pineapple and kind of that clary sage and even the musk, it brings it together really nicely, and it's not like a screechy, in-your-face leather fragrance, but the leather is there. It's just really smooth. And I feel like the way that they use the pineapple in this rounds out that leather note so nicely, and it's got a nice freshness to it. So for me, I haven't really smelled anything like this before. It's not groundbreaking, right? It's a nice versatile fragrance, but I don't feel like it's cloning anything. I don't feel like I have anything exactly like it. This is the one that I'm going to reach for when I'm in the mood for this, because there's nothing else that is going to give me what this is going to give me. Not exactly, at least. So performance-wise, I would say longevity, an entire work day. You're not going to miss anything when it comes to longevity. 8+ hours, easy. Projection, it has decent projection, but it's not beast mode. And I'll talk about why that's a good thing for this specific fragrance a little bit later. Sillage. Really good sillage. I'm going to go ahead and say above average. People will smell you throughout the entire day. As you're walking past them, as they're walking past you, it's going to be nice. Who can wear this? This leans masculine, and it's not ultra sweet. So if you're looking for a really sweet fragrance, this isn't it. And again, it does lean masculine, and I think it's because of the way that they use that leather note, and I think it's because it's not a very sweet fragrance for those reasons specifically. However, I like this a lot. I love how they did this here. I reach for this a lot. I mean, I think it's taken me a long time to review this just because I haven't gotten to things in a while, but it's a really nice fragrance, and I've reached for this. I have days where I test fragrances, and I have days where I wear like my older stuff. I reach for this on testing days, non-testing days, whatever. It just smells really good. Where could you wear this? This is a jack of all trades. You can wear this anywhere. And I'll also say this is a 4-season fragrance. I don't know that I would reach for it in one over the other, because it is fresh enough to wear in spring and summer, and it is dense enough to wear in fall and winter for me. Now, I'm probably going to say, because of how versatile this is, you might want to do this more in transitional seasons like spring and fall. But again, even if it's hot, I've worn this in like 115 degree heat and it's done really well. I got compliments with it in 115 degree heat. But in the winter, I'm going to be pulling for this as well. So season-wise, all for. Versatility, there's nothing you couldn't wear this with. You can dress this up, you could dress this down. I always say you want something a little bit sweeter on date night, but because of how this is used with, because of how the leather is used in this, I would say you could wear this on a date night, especially if it's, a first or second date and you don't want to offend the other person. Super easy, inoffensive. Let's actually go ahead and get to compliments. So this one gets me compliments so easily. Now, it's not from someone that's like 6 feet away, because again, it's not a projection beast. But when I'm talking to people, when people are passing by me, things like that, I get compliments with it. It's a really inoffensive, easy to wear fragrance. I feel like, yeah, it's not groundbreaking or anything like that, but I like that they went in this direction with this. It's not a clone, or at least not to my nose, it's not a clone. Again, yeah, you might get bits and pieces from a few different fragrances, but it's really enjoyable and it does what it does a little differently. And people are gonna like smelling this on you, and you can wear it anytime. I think this is probably the most versatile Lattafa fragrance that I have. And it's also just the easiest to wear Middle Eastern fragrance when it comes to just doing anything without having to think too much about it. So yeah, it's a dumb reach, or as some of you guys like calling it, a smart reach. Either way, this just does the trick. Price point, I think it's between $30 and $36 on fragrancebuy.ca. I'll link that down below. I don't have any affiliate links with them or anything like that, so I'll just link it for wherever I can find it the cheapest, even if it's cheaper than there. If you've tried this fragrance, let us know what you think down below. As always, thank you guys for watching. Remember to like this video if you liked it, be subscribed to my channel, hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop another video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!